y'all have a wedding hashtag?
No! I hate wedding Hi, I'm Amanda. I am still 29 now.
Hello, my name is Justin and I'm 33.
Hello, I'm Harmony and I'm 29 years old this year.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm 30 this year.
How long were y'all together before y'all got married?
I think we were together for about 4.5 years.
We were together for about 8 to 9 months before we got married.
We met in June 2021. Then we got married in May 2022.
Why y'all decided to get married like in such a short span of like period?
Besides his determination, I feel that he's someone I will settle down with sooner or later. So why not bring it sooner? Especially if we are going to start a family, like have kids, it's always better to start planning early.
To start with, we are not that young anymore. But at the same time, I think we were both very comfortable with each other.
Who initiated to start planning for the wedding?
Our wedding and our house, right, is concurrent. So we rebought our house, then after that we decided to plan for wedding.
More on her doing it because I was taking care of like the house renovations.
I think Jeremy was very, for lack of a better word, like very surreptitious about it, like very sly, you know.
Harmony would say that I schemed in all of this.
He said this particular photographer, like I think Hey Stranger, was something, their works is something he liked. And just nice, they had a promotion which was going to end.
I was already very serious in dating her, and I was very serious in wanting to share a life with her. So then I was telling her, why not we go for it? Because the offer was good and then it was cheap, and then at the same time I wanted to sort of make it very clear to her that I was very committed to her.
Did you want to have a wedding in the first place?
I think it's like a milestone thing lah. So yeah, I did want to have a wedding.
I would say I didn't need it, but I know it's important for her and her family and my family as well. So we decided to host it.
Yeah, I did.
So initially, I thought I wouldn't want to have a wedding. Surprisingly though, when it really happened, my mindset changed. So initially, I also thought, just keep it simple. You don't have to make it a grand affair. But after that, when it is really your turn, you want it to be something memorable because it's only once in a lifetime, hopefully. It's once in a lifetime, right?
So what was the theme of your wedding?
I don't actually know because I let Amanda make most of the choices.
Okay, based on the place that we choose, right, it's more like modern oriental.
I mean, she's a film director. I'm a tax consultant. The first thing that came to mind was death and taxes. You cannot escape both death and taxes. But we don't know how to translate that to a wedding banquet per se, because it will look very gothic.
But then he was like, okay, it's too morbid lah. After all, it's still a celebration.
But for the pre-wedding shoot, we did have our photographs taken in Choa Chu Kang Cemetery, as well as in the shop in Sin Ming with the coffins.
So do you want a small or big wedding?
I prefer small weddings in general. I feel like big weddings where you don't know 60 to 80% of people, it's a bit sad.
Imagine you go to the table and you're like, 恭喜恭喜. Why you? I really don't like big weddings because I'm an introvert. Even my wedding was like 100 people and I was already pressured.
I would want a wedding where relatives could come and also like people, the partners I work with in my business could also come. So actually we split into 2 days. So the first day was at the church. So the people I invited there were not necessarily the ones who would go to the banquet. So all in all, if you add up, maybe it's 300 plus people.
Personally, if you ask me, I'd rather just take her and our closest family members and friends, just fly away somewhere on a beach or something and just have a very personal, very close kind of celebration, just between the most important people in our lives.
So did you invite any of your exes?
No, obviously not.
Why would I? Ew.
No, I didn't. It would have been a huge no-no, and I wouldn't even be sure if Harmony would turn up.
Did Harmony invite any of her exes?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I did invite one, and Jeremy is aware of it.
I told her I have no problem. I trust in you. As long as we are both very clear who they are and what they are to us, that's fine with me.
Do you all have any disagreement with your parents while planning for the wedding?
I wouldn't say that we face a lot of issues. Thankfully, the relatives are all quite understanding.
I think the only thing that they really cared about was the traditional stuff where you need to serve tea to your elders or your family. So I think that's the only thing that they were a bit of a stickler about. Everything else, they really just let us do whatever.
My mom wanted to prioritize making the guests feel comfortable, and she wanted to ensure that whoever she placed together in a sitting arrangement were on good, if not talking terms. But in the end, we did manage to sort it out. We opened more tables.
Did y'all have a wedding hashtag?
No! I hate wedding I tell you, nobody ever uses the wedding hashtags. It's so cringy.
Many more years.
My best friend's fiance, it's very witty, so he came up with the hashtag. It's Jeremy's surname, To, Harmony, the Moni, then more years.
Describe your first thought on the wedding day itself.
I think I was just hoping that she was feeling okay, because I know she was very stressed out the whole process and she wanted it to be over.
I can't wait for it to end.
The first thing I wake up was, shit, I don't have enough sleep. I don't know what I'm I'm very, very shagged right now. But okay, I was also very excited.
I had very mixed feelings. I know my parents are very attached to me because I'm a single child. I don't want them to have the wrong idea, like once I marry, I'm not going to come back to them to spend time with them, because they also keep telling me don't move out, like stay together if we can.
Who decided what to do on the wedding day itself, you know?
Me. I think for Justin, he's very like, you want to do what, then you okay lor. He's okay with anything. But he know I got my limits. I don't like to do like the gate crash and the wedding hashtag. It was quite relaxed compared to a lot of brides that I've heard their experiences. It feels like the mother or the mother-in-law is the one getting married. So luckily that wasn't really the case for me.
So how did the wedding days go about?
We didn't follow entirely the Chinese tradition, but certain traditions we still follow lah. Like my mom was very adamant, like she wants to, 梳我的头发. Certain things like she believes like is good, then we will do. Yeah.
We had to reach the church by 11 and start the ceremony at 11:30. Then it ended about 1:30ish. Then we had a lunch reception for our guests in the church.
My grandmother was still in a nursing home. Both of us went there to tell her, I'm married. And then she was like, huh, you never tell me, in Hokkien. But actually we did. But she has dementia lah.
I woke up at 10. I showered. And then I wait for my makeup artist to come. I did a bit of like the traditional stuff, like the veiling. Then like eat the tang yuan.
We drove down to Amanda's place to do like the pick up the bride kind of ceremony. So the great thing is that there's no like gate crash, so it's very simple, right? I didn't have to sweat in my suit and all that.
Then after that, we went to take photos for a few hours, and then around 6 p.m. like that was like the tea ceremony. After it was the dinner, then we slowly, like try to catch up with people.
Any hiccups, right, the day before the wedding?
Like a week before, my brother got COVID, and then he was supposed to be like my chauffeur for the day lah. And we were just waiting to the last moment to see whether he's gonna be okay. Yeah, so he was, which is great. Like, it was good.
So basically, I ordered an ang pao box for rental, and when it came, it was Justy and Amanda. Then I told Justin, either we find an end, or you have to change your birth cert. Luckily, I called the person and I was like, hello, where's the end? Hello. Then the person said, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I come over like now to like give you the end.
So like, how do you feel when you walk down the aisle?
When you're making your vow, it's not just in front of everyone, but it's so called like in front of God, right? And the big, enormous cross is there to remind you like, hey, this is not to be taken lightly. So I was like, okay, I must make sure that, I take it seriously. But I was so scared that, when they say you can pray for each other, I don't even know what to pray for Jeremy. So he did most of the praying.
I was very happy, very relieved, and I felt very blessed that she did turn up, because at the end of the day, it's a commitment that the both of us make before God to each other.
So what songs did you want for your march-in?
The first march-in song was with the more elegant big gown. So I picked How Deep Is Your Love
yes.
by
Yeah, she picked that one.
So it has a nice like starting, and then it flows in the chorus. So
I chose Canon Indie for the first song. I think they sound very nice if it's played live. For the other marching songs, honestly, I don't know what they are, because Jeremy chose it.
I also can't remember. The other two much I really can't remember already.
So what was your favourite moment during the wedding?
when it ended, then I can go home and sleep.
I think overall is to see the people that I like, love, and enjoy hanging out with. So be it family or friends.
I think it was when we were in church, and then after we officially signed the papers, and then they pronounced you as a husband and wife. So I felt like it was very significant to me because it symbolizes like a new beginning.
Both Harmony and I are to a certain extent quite different, and by the extension, even our parents are very, very different. So, but for everything to turn out so well, that was a really great thing. Yeah.
What's the first thing you guys did when y'all were finally alone after the wedding?
Your thing must be some sexy thing, right? I tell you, no, we damn hungry. I can't remember. Did we eat Maggie mee?
It's like we went back home, we packed all the stuff, like food that needs to go somewhere, we packed everything, all the leftovers we packed, and after that we just had a good night's sleep after that.
Oh, Harmony had to go and puke. So the thing is that Harmony always challenges me because she says my alcohol tolerance is low. I remember she didn't drink that much on the wedding night because partially also it was a Sunday. I don't think everybody was going to go all out crazy, but yeah, she had to puke, and she had to puke 3 times. I was also a bit disappointed because we thought, we're going to have a holiday, we're going to stay in, we're just going to enjoy the whole room because the room was very big. She did recover enough to go and walk around Orchard, but then most of the time we still stayed in the room.
Do you think having a wedding ceremony is necessary?
Personally, I still think it's not necessary if, let's say, finances are an issue. I think the most important thing is like the couple wants to spend their life together. That's more important than hosting a wedding that you can't afford and end up having quarrels over it. That's not worth the experience at all.
A wedding is just one day, and it's something to mark the milestone, but it doesn't necessarily symbolize like the marriage in itself. If the marriage doesn't work out, the wedding means nothing.
To be honest, I don't think it's necessary. But having said that, I believe that there's a certain amount of effort that needs to be put in to sort of welcome Harmony into the family and to show that we will take care of her.
Anything you would like to say to your husband?
Generally, looking back, it was quite enjoyable. No regrets having the experience. All the overthinking and everything, oh my god, it's finally over.
Man, don't need so stressed, it's over already. Now let's just plan for vacations. It's great.
Harmony T, I love you, and I love you for the rest of my life. You don't have to worry, I'm not going to disappear.
Thank you for loving me, for bearing with me, being so patient with me. Thank you for always doing your best to give to my family and myself. Yeah, I love you.
Thank you for watching this video.
If there are any topics you would like us to talk about, please leave them in the comments down below.
Do remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Bye. Dun, 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 dun.